Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's me, your one furry boy, Never. And you're watching The Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show the supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, why ask why? Why wouldn't you want a third eye? And it is Wednesday again, my friends, and you've clicked on another impeccable thumbnail, and you're watching me talk about the movies again. Because you enjoy that, and so do I. So let's get right into that. And today's movie is Solo, a Star Wars story. It's a PG-13 movie. It is 2 hours and 15 minutes. I do have some problems with it. It's a little bit ADD-ish, but it's not bad. It's just other things in the movie that did it for me. Director is Ron Howard. Jonathan Kasdan, a writer who's done some Dawson's Creek, and Lawrence Kasdan, his father, who has written for Indiana Jones as well as the previous Star Wars movie. I think that was The Last Jedi, as well as George Lucas. I wish Lucas had more hands-on in the writing of these things. I feel like his style is being lost to the newer films, and that is what caused some of the problems with this. Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo, he kind of looks like Han, but not as much. Joonas Suotamo as Chewbacca, Woody Harrelson as Beckett, Emilia Clarke as Qatar, Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. Why couldn't we find a younger Billy D impersonator? I just feel like someone who looks more like Billy D instead of Donald Glover. I just feel like since he's been cast in a lot of popular things lately, and he's a good actor, but not someone I want to see in everything. You know, and after the Childish Gambino thing, I just wasn't really interested in him. You know, and he was in Magic Mike XXL, which, ugh. The less I say about that, the better. I just feel like he's being a little overcast for things. Thandie Newton as Val, Phoebe Walker-Bridge as L-37. I had a little problem with this droid. This droid was too self-aware and stuff. I feel like they overwrote this part. You know, there was this voice coming out of a droid, and it was talking about rights and things of droids and stuff like that. Paul Bettany as Dryden Vandos. Jeez, I have trouble with names. Paul Bettany is Vision in the Marvel series, and I just don't see him as a bad guy. I haven't seen Paul Bettany in anything that I really can say he is dark and haunting. I don't know. I haven't seen him in anything that really connects that he is a bad guy, and that's why I have such a hard time envisioning him as a bad guy. Jon Favreau as Rio Durant, Earthen Killman as Ephus Nest, Linda Hunt as Lady Proxima, the voice, which big swimmy slug woman. Ian Kane as Reboot, John Tudor as Corso, Anne Francoli as Imperial Immigration Officer, Andrew Woodall as Imperial Recruitment Officer, and that's the cast first bill in no particular order. Production companies are Lucasfilms, Walt Disney Pictures, Allison Schumer Productions, Image Entertainment. Our distributor here in the good old United States of America is Walt Disney Motion Picture Studios. Our special effects were 2EFX, Blind Gentle Giant, Hybrid Technologies. ILM is in this. And I feel like ILM was so underutilized here. Just to be honest with you, Lola Visual Effects and Cam, Vinez, and Third Floor, as well as Tippett Studios, did the character design on this. And I just feel like the characters were very underdesigned for a Star Wars movie as well. With all that rundown, let's get right to the meat of the problem, shall we? I felt like I was watching a fan fiction. This was written by someone who loves Han. This is someone who wants him to have a sort of happy beginning. It just felt like the places that were supposed to be very big felt very small. Like in the beginning of the movie, they're in a city, they're supposed to be in a zone, and they're supposed to be doing things. And the city seemed very small and very crammed together, where, you know, a large crime syndicate is what he was supposed to be working for, is supposed to be with. A lot of places where they're supposed to go to have things done seem very sparse. For like a city that's supposed to be this and a refinery planet that's supposed to be like this, it seemed very sparse and empty for some reason. And for a Star Wars movie, I just feel like it seemed a little lackluster. Other than casting popular people and stuff for, you know, roles that I did have one little problem, you know, back on May 4th, it says Ron Howard blames George Lucas if you don't like Solo. And that kind of makes me question why this movie came out. I mean, Disney. Oh, Disney. What are you doing to my favorite franchise? That, and they're supposed to be rushing a movie for this December already. Slow down. Great movies take time, Disney. I don't know how else to say it, but I'll say it. It isn't bad because of what it is. It's bad because it feels so rushed. It feels mediocre for a Star Wars franchise film. Now, that does not mean it is unwatchable. So, I'm going to leave this up to CinemaSins. I feel like there's a lot of cinnable stuff here, just for the reason that this movie is so sparse and so underwhelming in the backgrounds and things like that. Jeremy, a.k.a. Big Papa Shark, if I smell blood in the water, maybe he will too. It is a 7.2 on IMDb, and Solo is a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. It seems a little overrated. 62% of people liked it. You know, the average rating is 3.4, which, you know, it's Solo. People like the Star Wars franchise. I do too. That's why I'm going to definitely say it's a TV watch. I'm going to say DVD buy with a but I feel like I want to wait for a new Ron Howard director's cut, because I feel like some of the backgrounds didn't get filled in, you know? I feel that this movie is a one and done for me. If you feel like you want to see it more than once, let me know in the comments. I feel like, too, that if this movie had come out before The Force Awakens, I would feel more invested in it. So with that said, hit that like button. It means nothing, but it just gives me a bigger kitty head, and I already got one of those. It's giving me a little shoulder pain right now, but I can burden that problem on my own. Remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. Tell me your realities, your whatever, and you know I have to ask. I have an Amazon. I have a Patreon. If you feel inclined to donate, please do so. It would make me ever so happy. You don't realize how little I have to do so much, and all donations are greatly accepted. Thank you. And if you want to see more of this nonsense, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon.
Ding.
And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye!